Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel, I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds on keto and how you can be successful on your own keto weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you in your keto weight loss journey. It's Sunday, November 17th, 2019, and it's weigh-in day. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. I hope you are spending time with people that you love and that you have had a great weekend of relaxing. Relaxing is what we always want, right? In this video, I'm going to talk about my weigh-in, and I'm going to talk about how my week went this week and how I might do things differently for the week coming up based on how things went for the week. Every single Sunday, I like to share with you guys a little bit about how things are going for me and what I am learning on my weight loss journey. I am now officially in a maintenance period of my journey, and so my goal right now is to maintain my weight in the 170s. So far, it's been a little bit tenuous of a journey. I gained some weight a few weeks ago, and I haven't quite been able to get it back off. It's been kind of crazy trying to determine what macros to go with. I originally started with doing 1,800 calories on my days I do not exercise and 2,300 on the days that I do. But the last couple of weeks, that has proved to be harder than it sounds. So I haven't been able to get down to 1,800 calories. I have been eating at least 2,500 calories on my regular days and then upwards of 3,000 calories. And this past week, I think I pretty much ate 3,000 calories every single day. It has just been a really tough week. I don't know exactly why. The only thing that I changed up this week was that I tried to change my electrolytes based on my Tuesday live chat where I talked about Dr. Finney's recommendations and what my plans were to try and change my electrolytes up a little bit. That's really the only thing that I have done. And I've basically pulled back on my sodium levels and raised up my potassium levels in an effort to try and meet the amounts that Dr. Finney is recommending on his current VertaHealth article on vertahealth.com, which you can see all about that in that live chat. If you want to go back to that, I will try and remember to link it for you up here in the cards. So yeah, I have been trying to stay underneath 10,000 milligrams of sodium. And I know that probably sounds like a ridiculously large amount of sodium, but for me, that's actually really low. My normal is about 15,000 sodium, including all the food that I eat, not including salting food. So I consume a lot of sodium. I always have. When I started keto, that was a big deal to me, and I have gotten to the place where I'm really comfortable. And I decided, because of Dr. Finney's article that I read, that I was going to try and pull the sodium back down and try and hit 8,000, but I cannot get it under 8,000. I feel really miserable. I keep getting it under 10,000 and I'm feeling really miserable. I raised my potassium up to 4,000 and it's still, I'm having muscle cramping. I'm still having chest pains. I'm still having headaches. I'm still tired. I'm having muscle weakness. I'm having keto flu, and that's the honest truth. So I'm kind of disappointed in that because I really thought maybe the potassium was going to be the key and that pulling back the sodium was going to be better for me in the long run. But it has been over a week at this point, and I thought maybe my body just needed to get used to it. But for right now, I'm not sure about that anymore. I'm not sure if that's the case. I don't know. And so I'm kind of feeling a little bit stressed out from that. I feel like my cortisol levels are higher because of the low sodium. I'm more hungry and I've been eating more food. Like this entire week, I have eaten at least 3,000 calories a day because I just feel like I want to eat more food. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if it's in correlation to the fact that I lowered my sodium, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go without raising it back up. So I'm kind of torn about my recommendations, what they're going to be in 2020. I'm probably going to stick with Dr. Finney's recommendations, but whether or not I'm going to actually do that myself, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. And as you can see, I'm feeling pretty run down. I may not look it in this video, but that's because of HDR video and lights. I really do look like 100 miles of bad road today. I didn't even really put makeup on except for a little blush and mascara. Didn't even put anything under my eyes. I feel like I look like death warmed over. I feel like death warmed over, and that's probably because I didn't get enough sleep last night. I have been trying really hard to get enough sleep this week, especially because I've been feeling so stressed out. I have been stressed out and also freezing. Now, I know people mentioned that maybe my thyroid could be the issue, but I've had my thyroid checked multiple times in the last 6 years, and it's not. My thyroid is always normal function. So I really don't think it's that. I really think it's because I've lost so much weight that my body doesn't know how to heat itself. And it's becoming a big, huge problem because as the weather cools off here in Utah, I'm spending a lot of time in dance studios where it's really, really cold. They just don't heat it enough in either of the studios, and it's painful. Like Thursday night after I got home from the dance studio, I cried and cried because I just had a full-on breakdown. And I haven't had a full-on breakdown since I started keto, at least not like to that degree. I couldn't stop crying. It was the first time I've been like that in a really long time. And I know it's my depression, and I know what the cause was, and I knew what to do, and I took care of myself, and I nurtured myself, and I did what I needed to do. So yeah, it was a really stressful week. So I've been wanting to eat 3,000 calories, and I find myself feeling very guilty when I do it. And I realized I have this weird mental block now of allowing my body to eat what it needs to eat. So I've been telling my body what to eat because I didn't trust my body. But as I'm going into maintenance, I really do need to be able to trust my body to give me what it needs, or to consume what it actually needs and not overconsume. But when I'm tracking my food and I'm eating these 3,000 calories and I see that number creep up, I feel the anxiety level is really, really high. So first I was having anxiety because I feel like my sodium is low and my body's not doing what it needs to do, and I'm cold and I'm miserable. And a lot of things are setting my anxiety off this week. And then double whammy, I'm feeling anxiety because I'm consuming more food in order to cope with the anxiety maybe. And I mean, I don't know why, if that's why. It could be why though. I mean, it's reasonable. And I'm feeling anxiety over the amount of calories that I'm eating. I really thought that almost 3 years into my journey that this would be so much easier than it is. It's still so much mind games going on. I still feel like I'm arguing with myself all day, every day, and feeling guilty over dumb stuff. I should not feel guilty about eating more calories. 3,000 calories is not a ridiculous amount. So I've decided that I'm just going to keep going with whatever I feel like eating as long as I hit my protein. I won't go lower than my protein, but I want to make sure that my body is having a chance to decide for itself what satiety level it wants to be at right now, and just see what happens. Should I gain some weight? Yeah, I could. And that's possible. That's totally possible. And it's also the holidays. And, people gain weight in the holidays all the time, and people don't bat an eye at it. I'm not going to bat an eye at it either. I'm not going to stress over it. So anyway, all that being said, let's just get to the weigh-in. We've been talking way too long already. Let's see what I weighed in today, and I can talk about how I feel about it. So as you can see, I weighed in today at 179.6 pounds. That's 1 pound gain from last week. It was not a concerning amount. I was really happy. It's not a super large amount of weight gain, which I was, of course, worried about, with considering that I've been overeating so many days, eating more calories than I planned to eat. So instead of guilting myself over eating more calories than I planned to eat, I'm just going to have my minimum protein and decide to let my calories fall wherever they may, and let my body try and decide. Because it is a very real possibility that I've just been cutting back on my calories for so long that my body just really doesn't know what it needs and what it wants. And it's going to take some time to figure that out. And there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that's playing with my head. There's always going to be something that's making life harder. There's always going to be the fighting against binge eating and the fighting against emotional eating. And there's sometimes going to be the giving in to emotional eating, because that's just how eating is. And it's just not something you can give up entirely, right? So I've done all of my self-care things. I've tried to take care of myself this week. I have been doing better at getting sleep. Last night was an exception because my son, my 23-year-old, actually wanted to chat, and I was going to chat with him as long as he was willing to chat, because he doesn't do that very often, and I miss it. I miss it when he was little and we used to do that. So I think I'm doing what I need to be doing to feel good. And that's my main goal. That's my main focus, is to keep doing what I'm doing to feel good. So that is where I'm at for this week. I'm not really asking for advice or anything. I'm just kind of letting you guys know where I'm at and what I'm planning. And I'm going to pretty much do what I want most of the time I do. That's kind of how I was born. Shouldn't surprise me that I have a bunch of kids that do that too. But yeah, anyway, so I wish I had some sage advice for you guys as you go along your journey. Right now, I am just feeling a little bit like, what? Because I feel like I get so far and then I still am struggling with the same things, and I'm just having to accept that I'm probably going to struggle forever with these things, and probably a lot of us will. So it's good for me to talk about that. It's good for me to let you guys know that just because I have a YouTube channel, and just because I've lost 200 pounds, and just because I've got a handle on keto and can teach it how to do it, doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy for me. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to go the way I plan it, or that I won't overeat, or that I won't give in to a binge, or that I won't eat because I have anxiety or whatever else. It just means that I'm 3 years into my journey almost, and that's all it means. It doesn't mean anything special at all, other than, I like to share what I'm going through and what I'm thinking, and I talk things through. When I talk to you guys, it really helps me to really get a handle on where I'm at. Oh, and of course I am on my cycle this week, and that probably has a lot to do with the overeating and the anxiety. I mean, I don't want to discredit the hormones can go nuts, and I think that could be a lot to do with it. So we'll see if the week coming up maybe I'm a little bit more chill factor, but as the case usually is, it's usually my water weight gain week, so that may ruin my happiness if I see the scale going way up. I was really grateful to see the scale in the 170s still today. That's a big relief to me. I feel really comfortable when I'm in the 170s. When I see myself going into the 180s, I get even more anxiety. And anxiety is one thing that keto has not been able to cure. Keto has almost cured my depression, but my anxiety, I feel like, has gotten worse because I don't have my depression to mask it. And the self-care that I did, like crying and go sinking into the depths of despair, that was actually a self-care technique. And I think a lot of that helped with the anxiety. And now that I'm not doing that as much anymore, anxiety, right? Who knows? Okay. This video has gone on way long enough. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I'm grateful to those of you who were kind enough to stick around to the very end. Don't forget to give me a kiss emoji if you made it this far. And don't forget, especially if you're new here, to check the links in the About section below. I have links to my Facebook page where I can help mentor you on how you can get started on your own keto weight loss journey, or help tweak things that you're doing. If you're doing keto a little differently than me, I might be able to help you that way. So definitely check out the Facebook group. If you like this channel and you want to support me and you want to support this channel and keep it going, I have several ways where you can donate toward the channel. I have a Teespring store where you can purchase merchandise. I have a Patreon account where you can donate monthly. Those who donate monthly on Patreon get to have my extra videos like recipes and vlogs and things like that 24 hours before everyone else as a thank you for their donation. I also have a PayPal link if you just want to give me a one-time donation and good job and send me an email. I'm grateful to everyone who takes the time to do that. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it so much. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you all again soon.